Welcome to your practice. We are number 2 of the Illuminate series, and it's quite dark here as I'm recording this class, and wherever you are, no matter what time of day it is, whether it's night or day, whatever you're navigating through, there's a concept that we can talk about called Vishranti. And Vishranti is a Sanskrit word. It has different meanings depending on the tradition, and even if you were to look it up in Sanskrit versus Hindi, slightly different takes. And then the tantric yoga take gets really esoteric, so I'll spare you of that one today. And let's just keep it simple. And it's about finding repose, and even within the intensity of life. So if you're having one of those like phases of life where everything's good, everything's great, you can just like tune out and enjoy your breath. And if you're with me where things feel like the heat's been turned up internally, not in that good kind of way, but where things feel a little tense and rad, then we can take what's been given and allow it someplace to rest within us. And so we can recognize it, we can acknowledge what's going on, and then we can nurture it with breath. And from that place of nurturing, we can allow the breath to move through. So as we embark on the deeper study of the Gayatri mantra, which is a beautiful 24-syllable poem dating all the way back to the Rig Veda. And it's about really honoring that the one source of all that is has chosen to become this experience of life, and the earth and all of the elements of the earth and all of our senses and our senses of action, our senses of well, there's 10 sense organs in your experience of life, and then you've got one mind and your spirit, and it's all receiving this flow that comes from the source of light, the Savitor. And to really engage that and to remember that we're part of something so big and so beautiful that we can really drink it into our being and allow what we're experiencing in this material world to be held in a bigger container and not get so myopic on our mistakes or our details or the stresses of it all. Hands behind. Pick up your hips, pull the top of the throat back as you extend from hip to knee to foot to ankle. Well, I guess it would be ankle to foot. Be sure you're rooting from the shoulder through the inside edge of the hand. And inhale your way out. And we'll take fire log, Agni Stambhasana. So left leg down, flex your ankles and toe, pick up your right foot. Been here before, familiarity is nice. And we'll take the gentle swing. And this time I'm going to invite you to get your upper body into the dance. So as you swing the leg across, try to lift your elbow a little higher so you really pull into your upper back. Try to keep that lift as you push down through your hips, and take the flexed ankle to the top of your left leg. Now we'll take the heart forward towards your right toes. Use your left hand to push the right hip back and wide. And this could be where the pose ends for you, and you get to find your breath and be just content within. And if you feel like you're good and you can get the top knee to the bottom inner ankle, by pushing your feet in opposite direction, you can sit upright. Give it breath, Pam. Big old breath, girlfriend. Yeah, there we go. Isn't it amazing? The exhalation will help you find melt. You know, the inhalation is going to give you, you need some of that gur, that tone. And into that, the exhalation, we want to take the hot butter knife into the butter. You know? Okay. Now, if you're all the way in here and you feel like a fold, you can go there. One more breath. Stick with it. Inhale, lift up. To come out of the pose, please lean to your left to lift the right knee. Unwind that. Upavishta Konasana. This time I'm going to invite you to take your wrists to the inside of your knees, palms down. Squeeze the knees in to your wrists. That'll help pull the energy to the pubic bone, and then you can direct the energy from the pubic bone to the sit bone, to maybe fold forward a little bit more. Smooth out your breath. Smooth it out. Now we'll walk it left. Right hand, left shin. And walk it right. Right hand, left shin. Elbows wide. Dive into the inhale. Soften with the exhale. Enlighten with the inhale to come up. Right leg down. Lean into the right to find left. And we'll take that little hip swing and try this. This is what that top arm is doing. Yeah. Yes. Nice. Lifting. Feel how that tones the abdominals. When the abdominals are stronger, your hips will open more easily. Then cross that over. Take a little lean forward, really pressing baby toe edge into the top of your thigh. And even if you can go all the way down into Agni Shambhasana, let's take a breath here and find a different part of your glute medius. Let out some groans. Now we'll use the right hand. This is oxymoronical because you want your top hip to go to your left, but we've also got to push the bottom hip to the right. Yeah. The more you try to push that bottom hip towards the bottom wrist, the top leg might just start to find its own way, path of least resistance. Yeah. And you might be here breathing. From the tailbone, push through your legs to sit upright if that's where you're going. If you're sticking it out down here, breath in, breath out. Wax on, wax off. If you're going into the fold, those elbows still lift here. You see that? It's like spider. And one thing we can train ourselves within the repose of Vishranti is when you find that first urge to dive out of the pose, pull yourself back in for at least 1 to 2 to 3 more breaths and see if you can start to train the mind. It doesn't get to just call all the shots, you know. You've got a deeper resource. Inhale, rise up. Thank you. And namaste.